I haven't had direct conversations with my students, but I can tell you that I do sense concern. You can see it in their attitudes. They're pretty tense. Their minds seem to be, in certain cases, elsewhere. Look, if you look at the young generation, the average age of my student, or the average student in Israel is about 23, 24 years of age. That's the average. And when they come into the academia and they say, well, I'm going to put in 3 years of my life into studying, what are my prospects? I think that the Israeli dream is to be employed by the high-tech industry. Well, it's the dream job. And I think that with these reforms, the industry is really being threatened. So these students, one of the things that probably is going through their minds is, where am I going to work?
Right.
The best paying, exactly, the best paying jobs are in the high-tech industry. My department trains students to become high-tech managers, product managers, brand managers, but to work in the high-tech industry, technological marketing. And if you look at today's situation in general, the salaries, even the starting salary, is pretty high. And after 2 or 3 years of experience, or 4 years of experience, you can reach, I don't know, probably around 20,000, which is even more than some professors earn in the country. So it's quite promising. So I'm just wondering what they're thinking, what they're going to do with the situation. I mean, I'm sure that if a lot of companies withdraw their money and they relocate some of their workers or many of their workers, salaries will decrease because there are less job opportunities, right? I mean, there will be more competition for each available job. So overall, I do sense tense. I mean, they do seem to be tense and not very quiet.
All right. Have you seen a decrease in enrollment?
No. Overall, if you look at the academia today, there is a decrease. There was a lot of huge enrollment during the pandemic because usually when there is a crisis, people say, "Well, what am I going to do? So let's go study, right? Let's do something with my time." In my department, fortunately, there is stability, but overall, there is a decrease in enrollment, especially in departments that train people to work in the hospitality and tourism industry, and that's something that you can see on a global scale.
Right.
And also, professions like human resources, business administration in general. People are looking. I mean, if you look at today's generation, they're smarter. They want something practical. Say, I want a profession. So they usually go for engineering, law. And anything that has something to do with high tech.
Right.
So because my department is in trains people to work in the high tech industry, so it's very attractive to them.